Welcome back to Dawson Design Production Company. Today we are talking about iOS features that have been removed and that I miss. First of all, features that never actually made it into iOS, but I tried because I was trying out the betas. Pinned iCloud folders. Now this is a super interesting feature. You can go into iCloud, say this folder or this file, I want this to stay on my device. Now this is different from moving it to your device because you can still have it on your other devices. You can access it on your phone and on your iPad and on your Mac and through the web, but you can have it for sure downloaded on your device if you're not sure if you're gonna have Wi-Fi or internet wherever you are. That was super handy and I loved it. So that was on iOS 13 betas, and then they removed it. So I was really disappointed with that. And then there was sharing folders. You could share a whole folder and collab on a folder. That was really nice. But I believe that never made it to the public. There was like this AI machine learning FaceTime thing on the newer phones that when you look at the screen at the person you're talking to, it would change your, like AR change your eyes to make it look like they're looking at the camera. So you look like you're looking at each other. It kind of fixed the issue of when you're looking at a screen, where do you look? Do you look at the camera because it looks more personal for them? Or do you look at their face because you want to see their face? On the iPad, we used to have Control Center combined with multitasking. This being multitasking, rather than having these things on the side, it had these things on the side. And I kind of really liked that. I get why they changed it, but I missed that. That feature actually did make it to iOS, but it was only for 1 year. It was iOS 10. And then there's the Today view. On here, this is a mock-up of what it used to look like. You used to have widgets here and apps here, but you could have a 6x6, 6 rows by 6 columns of widgets. Like, it was a super efficient way to show all of my stuff, and I really missed that. This, you could scroll, and you just can't do it anymore. And when you rotated it, the widgets went away, but you could swipe over to get them back, and you still had a 6x6 grid of apps. It was super cool because it wouldn't change the orientation of your apps, which now it does, and sometimes it doesn't make sense how it changes the orientation of my apps, and I can move an app in landscape and it doesn't move in portrait. That's a feature that I really miss. I also miss the small time select on both iPadOS and iOS. There was just a little window and you could swipe to change the time, and now they've just gone back to what it used to be. This was on iOS 14. So the small time select only lasted 1 year. It was just for iOS 14, and you could type it in. I loved being able to type in the time. They've kind of added that back. You can tap it now and type in the time, but it's not automatic, and I don't like that. I don't understand why they went back to they fixed it, they made it look better, they made it look newer, and then they just went back. I don't understand. Using your iPhone as an external camera for your Mac. This was a cool feature. I used this in like 2017, hooked up my iPhone SE to my MacBook, or to my iMac actually. And I could use it as a camera. I could switch to it as the camera. And I don't understand why they removed that feature. Like, someone told me, I wish you could do this with your phone. And I was like, yeah, you can. But you can't. They removed it, apparently. I know that I did that in 2017, and I'm mad at them for actually removing that feature. Interactive widgets. So, widgets on the home screen. You used to be able to interact with them, hit buttons, and you still kind of can. If you go here, you can have a calculator widget, you can have a calendar widget, check off your to-do list. But interactive widgets are harder to find now because they've just kind of been discontinued for the most part. So I kind of wish they would come to the home screen widgets. I feel like there's a way to do that, but I don't know. Notification interaction. This bothers me. So I used to not need to have the app that is notifying me, so I have reminders notification, and I swipe over and I have options. I have options that none of them are check this reminder off. It's so dumb that notification interaction, there was no reason to remove that. There was no reason to remove the view button and the mark as complete from the reminders, and the view and type a reply to the person who notified you. Like, seriously, why would they remove that? I don't understand. And finally, 3D Touch. I'm gonna do a video on this a little bit later, but I still use 3D Touch on my iPhone 10, and I wish it had been partially removed. But I really like 3D Touch, and I'm sad that they have taken it away. And like I said, next week I'm doing a video on 3D Touch and all the ways that I still use it, and I'm going to miss it when I have to upgrade phones. I think I'm gonna keep this phone for as long as I can. Maybe I'm gonna upgrade to a 10S, which still has it, but I don't know.
I forgot to mention that you used to be able to rotate the plus size iPhones and have a rotated home screen. This has never been a feature for any of the phones since 2017. It's still usable on the iPhone 8 Plus and earlier, but only if you don't use home screen widgets.
That's about all I have for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below. Later. Welcome back. This was on, what are we on now? We're on 15? And then there is